Good morning, class. Good afternoon, rather. As part of our online learning class or setup, I will be uploading videos on YouTube so that you can watch it on your own free time, since not all can attend regularly the 5 to 6 class, the actual 5 to 6 classroom, for some reasons, due to limited availability of internet connection or possible resources for gadgets. So what I did, or what I will be doing, is I will just be uploading videos on YouTube so that you can watch it on your own free time. Kung maganda yung connection sa bahay nyo or sa lugar nyo, you can watch it on your own. Para since hindi nga siya, hindi tayo makapag, or may mga students na hindi makasabay dun sa 5 to 6 for some reasons nga na baka their connection was not that good. So all you have to do is just watch the video, learning video. Ito namang videos na to is nakalink din naman or naka-incline din naman siya sa ating module. Anyway, I will also be uploading the module sa classroom natin, the copy of the module that I will be discussing on the video. Plus, aside from that, we can also have our synchronous meeting, siguro at least once a week, or Friday, siguro, for consultation, concerns regarding the classroom, how to save files in Google Drive, baka may nalilito pa din. So, all those things na pwede natin pag-usapan during our synchronous meeting. But for the meantime, majority of the session, or majority of the class will be handled or will be discussed through videos na i-upload ko. So, Module 1 is all about economic thinking. So, parang introduction lang to regarding the macroeconomics. So, sabi dito, scarcity means that there are never enough resources to satisfy all human wants. Every society at every level must make choices about how to use its resources. Economics is a social science concerned with the production, distribution, and assumption of goods and services. It studies how individuals, businesses, governments, and nations make choices on allocating resources to satisfy their wants and needs, trying to determine how these groups should organize and coordinate efforts to achieve maximum output. Opportunity cost, on the other hand, is what we give up when we choose one thing over another. Okay, so these are just definition of terms naman na I'm sure alam nyo na rin naman siya since naka-took up na kayo ng ECON 1. So I won't be discussing much further on that. Okay? Macroeconomics, another definition, deals with the behavior of economy as a whole with the view of understanding the interaction between economic aggregates such as unemployment, inflation, and national income. In macroeconomics, the initial discussion begins with how growth and output are measured and how multipliers work. Labor, employment, and inflation are included for long-term effects as well as monetary, fiscal, and trade policies. Microeconomics, on the other hand, so these are two different things. Microeconomics deals with the behavior of individual components such as household, firm, and individual owner of production. It focuses on the behavior of a particular unit of the economy such as consumers, producers, and specific markets. In microeconomics, you will often encounter terms like consumers' behavior, production, theory, cost and profit, and the market structures. Economic theory is a proposition about certain related variables that scientifically explain a certain phenomenon. It tries to explain economic phenomena, to interpret why and how the economy behaves, and what is the best solution, how to influence or to solve these economic phenomena. So these are just naman definition of terms na I'm sure alam nyo na rin naman. So these are the learning objectives that should be included sa module na to. To determine how households and individuals spend their budgets, to understand the combination of goods and services will best fit their needs and wants given the budget they have to spend, understand how people decide whether to work and if so, whether to work full-time or part-time, and understand how do people decide how much to save for the future or whether they should borrow to spend beyond their means. So goods and services. Economic goods, goods or services consumer must pay to obtain, also called scarce goods. Okay? Free goods naman, goods or services that the consumer can obtain for free because they are abundant relative to the demand. Productive resources, the inputs used in the production of goods and services to make a profit, land, economic, capital, labor, and entrepreneurship, also called factors of production. Economic goods, ito yung, these examples of these are yung mga nabibili natin sa mall, sa grocery, sa tindahan, kung saan-saan, na considered scarce siya, scarce in relation to the consumers, or scarce in relation to the population. Okay, so ibig sabihin, there are more population compared to the availability of economic goods. Okay, mas madami nangangailangan nung particular goods na yon kaysa dun sa availability ng goods na yon. Okay, so dun papasok yung scarcity na sinasabi. Ano naman yung free goods? These are goods or services that the consumer can obtain for free because they are abundant relative to the demand. Ano naman to? Minsan kasi nagkakaroon ng pagkakataon na sobrang dami ng available na goods na yon or available na product na yon. Ano? And then, unfortunately, mababa din yung demand. Okay? So, it will come to a point na these goods will be considered as free for consumption. Okay? Until such time na tumaas yung demand ng free goods na yon. Okay, ang free good pag tumaas ang demand ng free goods na yon, it will lead to economic goods. Economic goods pag bumaba ang demand, it will lead to free goods. So naka-proportionate lagi silang dalawa. Economic goods mataas ang demand compared to the mataas ang population compared to the availability of that particular good. Scarcity will come within economic goods. Okay? Ang free goods naman, mataas ang availability ng goods compared to the demand. Economic goods, mataas ang demand compared to the availability of economic goods. Free goods, mataas ang goods compared to the availability of demand. So, baliktad, inversely proportion sila. Ano naman yung productive resources? These are the inputs used in the production of goods and services to make a profit, land, economic, capital, labor, and entrepreneurship, also called factors of production. Productive resources, for products resources, also called factors of production, we have land. Ano naman tong land? These are natural resources including actual land, but also trees, plants, livestock, wind, sun, waters, etc. Economic capital, anything that's manufactured in order to be used in the production of goods and services. Note that distinction between the financial capital, which is not productive, and economic capital, which is, while money is indirectly productive, the tools and machinery that it buys can be. Okay, so meron tayo dyang financial capital and economic capital. Labor and human service, physical or intellectual, also referred to as human capital. Entrepreneurship, on the other hand, the ability of an entrepreneur, to recognize a profit opportunity, organize the other factors of production and risk. Concept of opportunity cost. Ayan. Opportunity cost, the value of the next best alternative. Individual decisions can affect opportunity cost. In some cases, recognizing the opportunity cost can alter personal behavior. Societal decisions. Opportunity cost comes into play with societal decisions. Universal healthcare would be nice, but opportunity cost at such decision would be less housing, environmental protection, or national defense. These trade-offs arise with government policies. Okay? So, opportunity cost, ito yung mga bagay or mga divisions ng ating ekonomiya or ng environment natin na kailangan nating i-sacrifice just to give way para naman dun sa isa. Okay? since we cannot serve these two, or we cannot produce these two, or we cannot have these two at the same time, so what decision will be made is, do we have what can we sacrifice in exchange for the better of the other one? So para siyang ganun, no? Like what is happening now in our economy, okay? It's very hard, it's very difficult for the government to decide if we will be still under lockdown or quarantine, or medyo maluwag na sila when it comes to when it comes to access of people. Kasi nga hindi na kaya ng government natin na another strict lockdown for some reason na syempre hindi na mapoprovide yung kailangan ng mamamayan. Okay, so that's ang opportunity cost na nawalan, ang opportunity cost na sacrifice sila is the transmission of COVID itself in return for the upliftment ulit ng ating economy. So, kung mapapansin nyo, padami yung ating cases ng COVID-19 kasi nga nagbukas na ulit yung ating ekonomiya. Okay, yung mga tao malaya na uling nakakagala, or kung hindi man ganun kalaya, unlike before nung month of April or May na talagang confined sa bahay nila yung mga tao, but ngayon malaya na sila nakakagalaw from one place to another for market and economy. In exchange of that, ayun, edi medyo lumalaki yung transmission ng ating COVID cases.